Alrighty, everybody. I'm gonna type this up on screen as well. But we'll be starting in about probably 10 minutes. My sister's not feeling good. She doesn't have any, like, you know, chicken noodle soup. I do. So I'm gonna run her some chicken noodle soup really quick. So I'll be back shortly. Anyone who says I'm not the best brother on the fucking earth is telling you slanderous lies. But so we'll be right back. I'm gonna put that somewhere that there's a delay to starting stream, which is just I'm running my sister some soup. So I'll be right back. I have returned. I have delivered soup. Hey everyone! Howdy everyone, happy Tuesday. I hope everyone has having a spectacular whatever day of the week I just said. Sorry. Brain is doing brain stuff. I'm feeling a little, I don't know the right term for it, but either way, I have delivered soup. So Marcella has soup now, which is fantastic. She didn't have soup. You demand content. Okay. So my car's got this really cool button in it. It's a little square button that says Max Cool. When you press it, it ejects a pair of sunglasses and starts playing through the fire and flames. How you doing, Ren? Good to see you. But so Marcella's got soup now, and hopefully that helps her feel better. She just has, like, you know, regular food, but like doesn't have soup. Cause like, you don't always have soup. I don't know why I always have soup. I don't have these answers to these questions. Well, I think you should paint. I think if you're feeling like painting, paint. And when you sit down to paint, if you just aren't feeling it once you sit there and you're in front of it, then do something else. If that's go to bed, go to bed. That kind of, I don't know the right term for it, but I understand. I've had days like that. Like, I absolutely understand. And it gets rough because you're just like, okay, but what if I want to sleep now, but I'm not, like, tired anymore? So it's absolutely. Perfect. Excellent. Perfect. Paint away. How's everyone else doing? I hope everyone else is having a spectacular Tuesday. A Tuesday of all Tuesdays. The Tuesday to end all Tuesdays. No, that sounds a little bit too dramatic. Why is this song playing? Darkness, my old friend. I must be on shuffle. And the answer is, well, I appreciate Simon and Garfunkel. Not that kind of funkle tonight. Alright, listen. I don't know why or what, but I think I'm hilarious. I feel like I'm very funny today. So expect a bunch of really stupid jokes to proceed today. So, I want something. I don't know the right way to describe the words for the music, but it kind of... Yeah, this is the song. Yeah, this is the... Alright, let's rock and roll today. Let's plug in my phone device. But what's everyone's plan for today? We're going to be continuing our Pride Marine, which is super duper exciting. Hi, Moxie. Hello, baby girl. You want to come up on stream and say hi? You want to say hi? Come here. Yeah, come here. Oh, good girl. Here. Hello. Oh my gosh. Hello. It's a Moxie. Say hi. Oh, you almost got me. Love you. Yes, I do. You're a good girl. Yeah, you are. Maxie's being a good girl today. She's like, you were gone for like 30 whole minutes. I missed you. Cause in dog years, that's like 210 minutes. That's a full-length feature film. Oh, speaking of which, Mugen Train, right? That's the name of the movie for Demon Slayer, is on Funimation. My brother texted me earlier about it. I can't wait. Ah. I'm debating when I'm gonna watch it though, because I know that when I do, it's gonna make me want to paint my giant cow person for my Sylvaneth army, Lumineth, and I don't even own more than that model. Either way, that's the plan. These are my friends. I love them. I love them. So, I'm excited about that. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll watch that tonight. Yeah. And then we'll be so hyped up about it that I won't be able to sleep. Which means you won't be able to sleep. Until you get annoyed with me trying to pet you and leave. And then you'll sleep just fine. But yeah, so... It's been a good day. It's been a good day. Work was wild. Work was wild today in a good way. In a good way. I feel so good about my job. But I also got a bunch of pee. No, I'm kidding. It's ginger ale. It's ginger ale. But I just looked at it on screen and I'm like, wow. I'm just in a really good mood today, guys. I'm feeling funny. I'm feeling giggly. I need some jokes. Tell me some jokes that aren't at the expense of other people. But no, I've already always had. I was born with it. No, one of you push the button and it sprays the bubbles. This is part of the reason why I stream at the end of the day, is that by the time I reach the end of the day, my brain is so done with everything that I just don't have words. Like, it's great. It's spectacular. New meta design! Welcome, welcome. Hey, Sacred Demon. How's everyone doing? Coming in with that raid! Alright, this is to lean back mode. Alright, this is to not. Welcome, new meta design. How are you doing? How did stream go? Hey, listen. I do the same thing. Had a weird night. That is a great emote. Whose emote is that? Oh my god, that's your emote? That's so good. I love that. Everyone's tired today. It's like a full moon or something. Is it? What is the lunar cycle tonight? All right. Apparently, it's today's moon phase. What the hell? It's today's moon phase. What does that mean? What is today's moon phase? I'm gonna scream, guys. Alright. Is it a full moon today? Thursday is a full moon. Oh, it's called a strawberry moon. That's super cute. Maybe I'll turn into a strawberry-themed magical girl. Who knows what'll happen? Lunar calendar! What is today's lunar calendar? That gave me the wrong information. But, well, no, it gave me the right information. But in the format of the Chinese calendar. You know what? Google's only useful for so many things. It's all good. New meta design ranted for 40 minutes. I do that all the time. I do that all the time. What do you guys want me to rant about today? I'll rant about something funny. Or not. Your choice. It happens. Listen. Like, 4 streams ago, all of us, and I'm talking like so many people in chat, were all trying to figure out how the hell I could pull up my photos on Facebook so I could show all of you how ugly I was as a teenager. All right, I think I was ugly as a teenager. I just see this skinny, lanky, like, because my posture was all botched, so my neck was like, I like look like I'm like all the way forward. So I'm just like, oh, really? I got that for my sister for Christmas. Or was it my birthday? It was a festive event of which gifts are normally exchanged. That wouldn't make sense either. That'd make it Christmas. I got it from my sister. She got it commissioned on, Etsy. Etsy, that's the name of the website. I think so. I'm 5 foot. All right, hold up. When I'm dating, I always say, like, all right, I don't have my wallet. I'm 99.3% sure that I'm 5'11", but just barely. To the point that sometimes I'm 5'10", especially because, again, wow, really? That's tall. You're 6'4". Oh my god. That's tall. That's tall. That's like half a foot taller than me. Yeah, no, I'm like 5'11", 5'10" on a bad day. So yeah, so I'm 5'11". Exactly. No, like, that's the thing. Like, so if I'm like, if it's like a dating profile, I'll say 5'10", because I'm really embarrassed. I don't want to be the guy who's like, I'm 5'11", and I match with someone who's 5'11", and go to meet him, and he's taller than me, and I go, well, now I look like a liar. So I just bet on 5'10". Oh, is that a reference to Titanfall 2? Well, that went right over my head. I'm too short. Hey, Agasaku. You're always tired? I'm sorry. Yeah, absolutely. It's important to heal up though. So like being tired is okay because eventually you'll be healed up and then you won't be tired. Absolutely new meta design. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. As always, stay steeped. Okay. That's spectacular. That's amazing. Alrighty, so today... I love that. I love how it just like dumps the emotes on screen. It's the best thing ever. I still need to upgrade my UI. My friend was working on an overlay for stream that I think will work better, so I'm looking to switch to that eventually. I just need to actually do it. But this is so far looking really good. I want to be careful not to touch that sword. But not because it's sharp. But because I don't want to ruin it. Alright, we're going to grab our size 0 brush. At some point, the stuff up here will be dry, which will be great, and then we can start painting that up, but... So... Oh, I love TF2. Alright, so... Now it's time to paint up the hair. The idea for the hair is that we're going for the trans pride flag, which is light, like bird's egg blue and like a pastel pink. So let's make sure. I'm gonna make sure that I got it right. Yep. As well as white. Hey, Pretty, how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? So that's the colors we're going for today. For the hair. But I've got to figure out... Okay. Got it. I know what I'm doing now. Yourself like I see you. So we're gonna use the pink, which we'll need to craft some. Thankfully our crafting table's here. And then we're gonna need our light blue. And the light blue's gonna be the shadow. There's not gonna be a lot of contrast there. I think it's on my merch shop, ain't it? That'd be great, Ren. Hey, Chase and Peanut. I like the username. I like the username. It is, bubbly. No. What is the thingy where you insert the bottle and you fizz it up yourself? It's that stuff. So like I bought SodaStream. Yeah, it's the SodaStream ginger ale. It's actually pretty good. I actually really like it. And it's better for me. Alright, but that's a big old caveat right there. I say it's better for me. But like when I run out of a 2 liter of soda, I'm done with a 2 liter of soda. So when I run out of a liter of soda, I can just go make another. So that's the only problem, but I think it's sugar-free. I don't add anything to it. see you. All right, we're good. So let's see how this looks. Not bad. Let's see if we can get the paint a little thicker though. So that way it doesn't blend weirdly. Oh yeah, that's covering beautifully. Okay. Ooh, this is a good song. I know this song. What is this song? The Fall by Half Alive? Oh, this is a good song. Hell yeah, do it! Honestly, I think one of the tricks as well, though, so D&D has a ton of rules as it developed, but the initial D&D was fundamentally pretty lean. That would be my advice, personally, is keep it simple, expand after you have your foundation. So like D&D, you roll a D20 and you have to beat a DC. Cool. If everything has a static DC or a DC that's really easy to manage and come up with, then that gets a little bit boring. So now let's make it a little more complicated. But start simple. Because if you sit down and you're like, okay, I have int and strength and wisdom and con. Like, how do they all interact and what do they do? It becomes a much more challenging, problem to solve because you've got immediately so many different interactions that you're like, oh, but what happens if con can beat whiz, can beat... No, start simple. D&D is a D20 that is checked against a 20, a number that ranges from less than 10 or greater than 10 and sits around 10. That's D&D at its core. Make a strength check. You're trying to beat a DC. So all of Dungeons and Dragons is that single dice roll, a D20 and a DC. You could do attack that way, where the AC to hit just always deals static damage. You don't have to roll dice for a weapon. Exactly. And then you expand on it. The weapon system is then different sets of dice. But there are some fundamentally beautiful role-playing games and role-playing systems that the base premise of the game just is ridiculous. The dice rolls are ridiculous because they're trying to make themselves different. And it's just not... Like, I love Dracones. Love that system. But I find the dice rolls awful. Good. Because, like, Dracones, depending on your proficiency, it adds or removes dice in addition to upgrading or downgrading the dice. Like, if you're really bad at it, you roll a d6, but if you're really good at it, you can roll up to a d20. And it's just like, oh my god, I can't remember how I get there. I don't want to remember that. With D&D, I only have to grab a 20-sided dice. It is distilled. So, but that's great that you've already got a plan in mind. But that's my personal advice, is just start with the simplest conceptual thing you can think of, and then build on it from there. Okay. So I would say, I think firstly, good premise. I enjoy it. But, and I say but, it's not to discount what you're doing. I would say there's two premises there. XCOM is good. I like XCOM. I would actually say there's two premises. The first is a dice rolling mechanism. That's D10 based. And start there. Or start with the movement. You can move 6 inches. Is that diagonal? Is that measured with hexes? How are you doing that? But focus on just one of those. Because when I'm talking about like the D&D dice system, I haven't even talked about actions or action economy. Nothing like that. Because my simple premise was just the dice. So it's gonna feel really, honestly, kind of underwhelming. And my advice is to push past that underwhelmingness and try to make it enriched and engaging. But try to keep yourself as simple as possible. Ooh, that looks really good. That looks really good. Okay. So you're doing roll-offs then. Well, the D10 system is just rolled against each other. If there's the rare chance that you roll against something outside the other player's control, or try to roll above a 5-10. Okay. Then I would say define that. Start there. Work around this idea of rolling off D10s. Start there and just see what comes to you as you think of ideas. Well, yeah. Absolutely, because I've taken a bunch of courses on game design and development, both in college and at like GDC and such. And the thing that always, I think, trips up the most people is managing your expectations. Some of the most entertaining games that I've ever played absolutely, if you got questions, let me know. Because some of the best games I've ever played were developed in those kind of shops. And they started with just like a D6. And they said, what can you do with a D6? And so it's just, that's the best way to go about it. Don't overcomplicate it. Restrict yourself and then grow from there. Exactly. Because personally, I'm gonna use your example of your movement system, Ren, because I think it's a great example, and I wanna work with that a little bit for just conversational sake. Let's say we're working on the movement system. I saw you mention that you can move 6 inches or up a ladder. Okay? So you've defined sort of an item rather than a mechanic. The mechanic question is, what is the ladder doing that you're actually trying to get to? It's too specific. A ladder. I would say instead, we can move 6 inches horizontally, or half as much if there's a vertical component. Okay. Thunderhead Studio coming in with that raid. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing, Thunderhead Studio? Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. How did stream go? Yar! I don't know why that felt like pirate stuff, so. Welcome, welcome, White Wolf. Amateur Paint Hour, how are you two doing? How did the stream go, Thunderhead Studio? We're working through some game design concept discussions. So you're coming in at, I think, a really fun conversation. Absolutely, and it's a great idea to base things off stuff you've seen, but I would try to keep things more within the same space. So you can move horizontally, you can move vertically, but if you're moving vertically, you can only move half as much. So are ladders a way to move vertically? That's the question. So then what you've designed is you can move horizontally all the time, but you can only move vertically if you have something to help you. We haven't called it a ladder. We haven't created this concept. We haven't asked ourselves, well, how fast can you climb a ladder? It doesn't matter. We're still working broadly. Movement is horizontal and vertical, and there are different rates between the two. Start there. Because then you can come up with zip lines. And do zip lines just feature as horizontal? Do they operate as horizontal? Do they just double your horizontal speed? You need to know whether or not you're working with horizontal or not. Good, I'm glad. Got some head chopping done in, Chivalry 2. I'm like, what is Chive 2? I understand now. But wanted these fine people to enjoy some painting tonight. I appreciate it. I really do, Thunderhead Studio. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Hello, Hypnotic Mom. I feel like I'm saying something I shouldn't. I am working on a Pride miniature for Pride Month. So this is a Warsong Revenant from, what is it called? Age of Sigmar, which is Warhammer. And we've currently painted up the cloak with gay male pride colors, the sword with ace pride. Hypnotic. Oh, that's cool. I did not know that. I will have to use that word. I like it. That's a fun username. Absolutely, Ren. And then we got our rainbow up top. And then our flute is painted with the lesbian pride colors. And so we are now currently painting up the hair, but with trans pride colors. Indeed. And we are doing, so this is, we are doing a charity, brain. My brain is not working today. We're doing a charity drive. So please check out our website, fabulousmarines.com. It's me and about 20 to almost 30 other streamers who are all doing this month for Pride Month. All donations go to the Trevor Project. We have already raised $8,136.71, which is absolutely incredible. So please go to the website, donate. Every dollar counts. If you do donate, send me a receipt. Doesn't matter how much you donate, and you'll get a Pride version of my logo sticker, and I'll mail those anywhere in the world. So it's been an incredible experience this month to see the just love and support of everyone in the painting community. It's been just incredible. It's really incredible. Well, and it's not just how much we've raised, but it's the fact that everyone's donated so much. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. That money is going to an incredible cause. The Trevor Project is a phenomenal organization. They're an LGBTQIA plus suicide prevention hotline for LGBTQIA youth. And it is excuse me. It is an incredible charity. It is absolutely incredible. So please, if you have even just $1, go donate. It makes so much difference. Okay. So we're just painting in our shadows. Our shadows are this light blue. And so we're going this light blue, which I think looks really good, to our light pink. And then we're gonna do white as the top highlight. So, which has been a lot of fun. There's a lot of, it's unique colors. It's not colors that I normally paint with, especially in this combination. So it's been a really incredible challenge to paint this model with such vibrant colors. It really is. And finding a way for them to work together in a way that doesn't clash or cause like weird visual looking stuff. It's been pretty incredible. But how did games go then, Thunderhead? Okay. We're just blocking in our initial colors, and then we're going to start working in those mid-tones. So we're technically starting with the shadow by working with our light blue. This is a very bright, vibrant color for a shadow, though, so the hair is going to be very intense. But I think if we do this right and we do a good job kind of blocking everything out well and transitioning the colors smoothly, I think it will have a really impressive, almost like cotton candy kind of effect and style, which I think will suit the hair well. What's everyone else doing tonight? Since y'all just came from, Indeed. But I think we can pull it off. Especially the fact that we're blending it into pink. And it's gonna be difficult because blue and pink make purple, which is going to be darker than the pink and the blue individually, because physical paint colors are subtractive. The more you mix of most colors, so not values, so not white or black, but the more just colors you blend, the closer to black you get. Whereas light that you see with your eyes, that is the additive color spectrum, where the more colors you add together, the closer to white you get. And removing color, or removing light, leaves behind no light, which we perceive as darkness. I still feel alive. Nice, Prinny. But if anyone here does art, doesn't have to just be mini painting. I'd love to see it. So if you draw, paint, make music, doesn't matter what it is. Even if it's just screaming into the darkness of space, still art. Howling at the moon, that's art. Running naked through a football field. Probably art. Literally nothing for what? Space, space, space. God. Spectacular. Ooh, it's a good question. It's like that artist that auctioned off an invisible sculpture. Okay. Still feel alive. So the reason why I'm holding them at this angle is because there is, excuse me, This is the angle that he's positioned at when he's on the base. So I'm trying to hold him like this so that way I can see where the light hits the hair. Okay, looking good. Let's paint that out just like that. Resonance of melody. Wanna listen to the silence of me. I mean, potentially. What's funny about the invisible sculpture is the really serious discussion of what is art? Is it the intention or is it the piece? Is it the artist or is it the thing they leave behind? And I think that work explicitly calls that into question and leaves you to wonder, is the absence of anything visible, auditory, or experiential still, if the intent is to be that, art? Is a white canvas just as artistic? I have no idea. Someone felt it was worth it because it auctioned for like a ridiculous amount of money. Because it's the preposterousness of it. Like, oh, I own an invisible sculpture. Well, me too. It's sitting there on the table. But, like, it really calls into question what is art. Because the question is, can a computer make art? Because if art is not the intent, but the product itself, then computers can make art because the intent is arbitrary. But if art is the intent, and not the product, then can a computer intend to make art? Or is it simply procuring a product? And it is by that definition not art? It's a really good question. And the answer is really, who knows? Art is fundamentally what's the right term? Art is a human thing we've made. Well, and I think this gets to the crux of the issue at hand, which is that we're defining a word that we made up as humans. So while I agree with sort of what you're saying, because I think art to make money is still art, because that's an intent. The intent is to make money. Because there's no obligation in of art to be profound. It's like the one question my professor in college asked, what is the meaning of meaning? a hard question to answer. A lot harder than it initially feels like it would be. But I think that ultimately gets to the crux of the problem. Is it's what we define it as. I see, Ren. I'm following. Hey, Holly, how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. How's your day going? Alright, so far so good, actually. The light blue. The light blue does not look that bad. Oh my. Well, I hope everything's okay. Keep me in the loop, alright? Well, Rin, I think, regardless of whether or not I agree with the last comment of you're not going to say thoughts and prayers, isn't needed as part of that as an explanation. That's just going to invite discourse surrounding religion that we don't need. If you're not religious, then you don't say thoughts and prayers. You say something else. But there's no need to raise it as a particular... You're good, you're good. Yeah, no, it just comes off as, like, trying to think of the right description, but it ends up coming off as feeling like it's an opportunity to take a jab at religion. Which is just not something we need. So, but I appreciate you clarifying. It's all good. That's why I said something. Absolutely. I'm sure everything will be fine. And crocheting is a wonderful distraction. Have you started on the whale you're crocheting? I was gonna say, I don't know if you're gonna if you're planning on crocheting people stuff for Christmas, but if you are, an idea for mine is just a giant crocheted ding dong. And I wanna feel something again. A sock monkey would be great because of my monkey hat. But no, I think having a crocheted wiener would be absolutely great. That or a crochet of my logo. That would be amazing. Is that your phone camera? Yeah. The model still looks good. Excuse me. I like that idea, Holly. My only concern... How many megapixels is the regular camera? My only concern about making it like a pot handle cover is knowing me, I'm gonna get food all over it, or I'm gonna accidentally burn it. So something I keep away from fire. Just a decor item, like something I can put up on a mantle. Like someone walks in, is that a giant crocheted wiener? And I go, absolutely it is. Why do you have it? That's for me to know and for you to never ask again. It's still nice of him to get you a camera, though. But yeah, no, 150 for a camera is kind of... Although, actually, if you got a webcam, it'd probably take pretty good photos, but... Yeah, no, 150 is kind of low for a good quality camera. Just make only the balls a hacky sack. Please, if that's the case. That's too funny. It's all good, Ren. Listen, as long as there's the capacity to talk through it and understand what's going on, then everything's good. Sounds good, Ren. Alright, the hair's actually looking really good so far. Hello, Spat. How are you doing? Good to see ya. Absolutely. It just sounds like it's not the best for close-ups. Which is fine. It's getting a camera that is actually really hard. Your phone camera would actually likely do a better job. Absolutely. Whoop. Stick your mind up. One moment. Okay, perfect. Ooh, exciting. Oh, that's right. Art Fight's coming up soon. That's gonna be fun. Oh man, July is such a good month for art. Absolutely. That's a great idea, Holly. I love that. That is a spectacular idea. But it should be something that's got like a handle so you can absolutely just wing it at him. It's got to be enough that he fears it. But also good enough that you can shout Taylor catch and still scare the crap out of him. Alrighty. Absolutely. We'll see you shortly. Looking really good. I like that, Holly. Whoop! Which is fine, because honestly, Rin, your photos are good enough to get across what you've been doing, so it's not like I'm missing anything in your photo. I can still see the model and what you've done, which is what's important. Oh, nice. I'll look into it. That's a good price. My biggest thing is that I just don't really play games anymore. Like, I stream. I play Magic the Gathering with friends. And that's really, like, it. But it's probably still a good opportunity to grab it. Welcome back. I understand. Really, the last game that I played was Monster Hunter Rise. That's more or less it. I played some Magic the Gathering Arena. Ugh. But I just don't play games that much anymore. Just... Alright, I need to get the same intensity as here, right here. That's okay, we can do that in a moment. Perfect. Alrighty, so. Ugh. Oh. Oh. Nah. Thank you, Aerospat. I appreciate it. We got to destroy 2 more bots today. Hell yeah. Alrighty. We've been streaming for an hour and 48 minutes. I'm going to take a small break, short break, don't go anywhere, to just go walk around, get some more exercise. Yep, that's what it's called, exercise. You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would ya? You were making it keep, or whatever the hell the right expression is. I don't know. We're gonna grab Bob because we're gonna be right back. We'll be right back, Bob! So don't go anywhere! You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would ya? No, that one wasn't as good as the first one. I'm King Candy! Penelope Von Sweet. I need more of that. I know, right? Alright, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to, go walk around for a moment. Give my legs a good old legging. I'll be right back. I have returned. Thank you, thank you. How are you doing, Airspat? No. I thought I wanted sea shanties, but I don't. But I do want RuneScape. I can feel it. I'm going to be playing RuneScape. Well, I appreciate you hanging out with us. What do you have so far? Okay. Then try playing with it. Grab a ruler and a mini and a table, set up some cardboard blocks, and see what feels right. Yeah, dude, in tabletop sim. My advice is don't mess with anything that takes too long to set up. you want to get to playtesting as fast as possible. So just throw down some cubes. Well, if they're reselling it, I'll take it. Yep, because my only worry is just tabletop sim can take a little bit to get stuff booted up, and you really don't want to get discouraged from playtesting your stuff because of the system you're using to playtest. Alright, that looks really good. Let's grab some more of our blue and let's paint up the rest of the hair in the shadow. And then let's start putting the highlights on. Well, and then we'll put the pink down and then we'll put the highlights on, you know what I mean. Absolutely. Just keep answering questions. That's really all you do. It's all the rule systems. That's all any rule system is supposed to be, actually. It's just how do you answer questions. Because you can play D&D without needing the D&D rulebook. If you understand the base premise of just roleplay, it's more or less just D&D. The dice rolls don't even have to mean anything. You could just make your players roll dice for the charade. Tell them when they hit when you feel like it'd be a good time for them to hit. Tell them they miss when it feels like a good time for them to miss. It's actually pretty simple in that respect. Oh, absolutely. But any good dungeon master does that. The point of D&D is to tell a good story and to have an engaging experience. If you really wanted to leave everything to rolling dice, you'd play craps instead. The dice rolls are great, but the first rule of being a DM is fun comes first. So is it fun for your players to have a near-death, It has been really good. It has been really good, but that's the thing, is it's not the player's choice about what would be fun, it's the DM's. Because the players are inherently self-interested. That's part of the capacity of being a player, is you want yourself to succeed. So you're going to be inherently pretty self-interested, whereas a DM that's a good DM is not self-interested. They're self-interested in respects to the plot, but they're not self-interested in respects to individual characters. They're not playing favorites. And so don't let your players fudge rolls. As a player, don't fudge your rolls. You put your DM in this really hard position, because if you fudge your rolls all the time, then they fudge their rolls more, and you find yourself in this position of like constant frustration because you're lying to the DM and the DM has to lie to you in order to keep things balanced because you're lying. Whereas if the DM is the one fudging the rolls on his side, or her side, or their side. It's strategic. You don't do it all the time. You do it at choice opportunities where it would maybe save the party. Does the character really matter that they're bloodied and have 54 health left? If the party is all about to die and you're about to party wipe, maybe the next 12 points of damage is lethal. Just saying. Get a lucky blow to the heart. They don't ever have to know. Oh, I'm still convinced that Avray has an internal modifier that you can set that makes the dice roll poorly for us. 100%. I 100%. I don't know if that's true, but I think it is. It's just a blind negative mod. Yup. Oh, I've been laughing my ass off because the animated spellbook. On YouTube, he's been doing an animation on how to train your dice. And I'm losing it because everything that he's saying I've always done, and I don't know where I learned this, but he's like flawlessly categorizing all of my superstitions. Like I'm losing it. I'm laughing so hard. Where would I put the standard weapons? I'm thinking I would have a baseline short gun and a baseline long gun to base stats off of. Okay. Well, the question is, what is the dice roll? So, alright. What is the dice roll's job? Because in D&D, the D20's job is to check something, to perform an action. So to aim in D&D is to roll to hit, which is different from your actual damage dealt by the weapon. So do all weapons have the same dice roll for accuracy with different modifiers? Or do weapons have different accuracy dice? Executing a traitor dice. Absolutely. 100% I've done that before. But fear doesn't work well. Fear is a temporary solution. I have found that my dice roll better when I treat them with kindness. As well as I've found that dice get jealous. But also, dice like different people's hands and the way that people roll them. So no one else is allowed to touch my dice because I don't want my dice to like their hands better than mine. So it's like keeping a dog from eating human food. If a dog never eats human food, it doesn't know what it's missing out on. If a dice has only ever been rolled by my hands, then it doesn't know what it's missing out on if someone else has these perfect dice rolling palms. I don't know. I'm not a dice. I can't tell you what a dice is attracted to about hands, but I know that when other people have borrowed my dice and I get the dice back, they've stopped cooperating for me. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Do they moisturize their hands more than I do? Dice. I've had the same set of dice since high school. My players banned me from using them because they always rolled so well for me. I always said it's because my dice know that I've never cheated on them. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And dice have to know, like, what their standing is with you. Like, you gotta be respectful to them.
Well, Rin, I would still try to define what your dice system is. You're already talking about the concept of gear. And it might be too early to be discussing gear because your dice system still just might need more work. Because damage dice don't really care about the... Yeah, we're talking game design concepts. Rin's working on a RPG game, or a role-playing game, sorry. Or a tabletop game, I should say more accurately. But the damage system in D&D is just an alternate dice system. How and when and where they're applied to weapons and gear is not a consideration yet. When you're looking at them just from a what do they do standpoint. So that would be the question that I would still ask is, what are your dice systems? So if I want to damage something or dodge something, that's a hard question to answer of what you need to define. It depends on what's in your game. But the thing is you don't want to start creating items until after you've built your system. So some questions that I would ask is, what can you do with dice? What do which dice do? A D20 in D&D is for making checks. I've never seen a D20 be a damage die. Percent die, so a D100, is exclusively for looting. A D6 is the most common damage die. Okay, well then you need to work out dice contestion. Contestion, is that a word? I think so. Thank you, Prenny. Oh my lord. Let's see what this looks like. Thank you, Prenny. But yeah, so that's the... dice. Whereas like a D4, that's your like, that's your cantrip damage. Those are your cantrip damage die and your healing die. Okay. Okay. So bonus-based dice rolls. Cool. And then you want to have a concept of attacking and dodging. Those are good starting points. Where is Flute Salad? I want to listen to Flute Salad. Flute Salad. There we go, Flute Salad. Love this song. Yep. It just depends on how you want to handle that. It's funny. The hair today has taken me about as long as the cloak and sword did. Or, no, we had more time on Saturday. Good night, Airspat. As always, stay steeped. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Ooh, I like that spell. Let's see. Let's see. So now that I have that, I'm thinking it probably affect a dice roll on the table that doesn't have to do with player interaction. So now that I have that, I'm thinking of a dice system. What could potentially affect a dice roll on the table that doesn't have to do with player interaction? Yeah.
So what I would say is define the dice system in a way that you can say dice have the ability to be modified. There's a static modifier that can be applied given different situations to a dice roll, and just leave it at that. Give yourself those permissions. Then start a section for cover. All right, Holly, have a wonderful night. As always, stay steeped. So that yeah, that's kind of where I would go. Like, the question is first, the thing that you want to avoid is niche rules in a specific spot. So, a player, think about it this way. Yeah, things can affect die rolls. Yeah, exactly. Because there's a section on modifiers when you're playing D&D, when you're reading the player's handbook, there's a section on modifiers. They very clearly express the concept of modifiers as just a system, so you know to expect it. So when you're looking at stuff, and I'll read what you're saying in a second, Swella. So that way when you're saying, like, cover gives a +2 modifier, or a -2 modifier to an attacker, but +2 modifier to a dodger, that is an already expected system. Because if I just read a one-off thing on armor that said, hey, this armor gives you specifically protection from grease, it's really specific, and you have to have read that on that armor. So if there's actually supposed to be like a grease system, and you don't just discuss it generally, then it suddenly becomes really hard to find the rules. I like the idea of pre-con setups, Swillow. Your stats like evasion, resistance, energy resolve, and energy regen. Nice. I like it, Swillow. Get there, 6 energy guard to fight, and in a single round spend all 6 energy. However, you only regen so much energy per turn. Yeah. So it's kind of, do you go all out in the beginning or all out towards the end? I like it.
Yeah, conceptually, land is just a resource system in Magic. Tapping and untapping the land is simply a process of denoting exhaustion. If the Hearthstone, the way Hearthstone kind of solves the mana problem, or quote-unquote mana problem that Magic has, because Hearthstone does not experience the same issue, is that every round, the number of energy that you get at the start of that round goes up by 1. Okay, interesting, Swallow. So, sort of like a round is over once all players have passed. Like, they've chosen no action. Yeah, makes sense. Alright, I need some more blue. I like it. There are a lot of games that I have played and very much enjoyed where the concept is you keep going until all players are done doing stuff. And then the round is over. I really love those systems. A great example of that, I believe, is Agricola. I think with Agricola, that's how it goes. Oh God, I can't remember what game it is. I think it's Agricola, where so long as someone continues to do something, is it Agricola? Yeah, I think Agricola, Above and Below, and a few other board games. Everyone takes one action at a time in a circle, but the round isn't over until everyone is done taking actions. And it's really crisp. It's so sexy. Because it makes the ending of a round, that closure of that round, so much more fundamental to the game. Because if all players, if you wanted to see what there's strategic risk. Is your opponent actually done or not? Because if they pass, and then it's your turn, and you pass, and they get the opportunity to do something, and the next person gets an opportunity to do something, and rather than doing something, they pass, the round just ended, whether or not you wanted the round to end. So in order to guarantee that it keeps going, you have to keep taking actions. I like it. I see. That's cool. I like it. Nice. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. How you doing? It's a plastic mini. It's a Warhammer figure. It was a Warsong Revenant from the Sylvaneth army. It's a really detailed model. I'm really impressed with it. I want to change up my music. RuneScape puts me to sleep because it's such a relaxing game. Oh, that's right. I wanted to listen through the Fire and Flames. Oh, yeah, no. I think all of the Warhammer figures are injection molded plastic. It's the most cost-effective means of production, of mass production. Start before the light. I like it. Dyes are not the... dyes are not the right term in this case. It would be just, metal molds. Dye is gonna be, a custom, shaped, impression for cutting. Oh, yes. Okay, no, you're right, you're right. Yeah, there is die casted. I think that is different than injection molded, though. I think, let's see. Let's Google that. Oh. The primary difference between die casting and injection molding is that die casting uses a metal, often an aluminum alloy, as the raw material being injected into the mold, whereas injection molding uses plastic or polymers. Yes. So they are fundamentally similar. I like the ability to respec the character, Swillow. Oh yeah, no, it's really cool. Oh geez, Swillow. Looks like a gift card. That's hilarious. I like a hefty credit card or debit card. Like my favorite cards that I have are metal. Oh yeah, no, my debit card's just like a printed card. I feel that. It doesn't feel like a real card. Yeah, it's just all printed exactly. Oh geez. Hell yeah, art school. Alright, I don't need to listen through the Fire and Flames twice. Let's see, what sounds interesting? Let's listen to The Weekend. Hell yeah. I wanna run away. Ooh, I wanna try and I'll run away. Ooh, tears for another. Save your tears for another day. Hey, Sit My Serious Nerd. Good to see you. How are you doing? No, it is Pride. Up here's a rainbow. Then we got the lesbian pride colors. We got the gay male pride colors. The ace pride colors. And then we're working on the trans pride colors. Yes. Absolutely. What was the food of choice? Good night, Swillow. As always, stay steeped. Um, we're generally going with just the pride flags. Um, if we run out of options, I might pull up some of the gender flags. But we've got a few more aspects of the model to paint that I think we should be able to cover just within the pride space. But I'm doing good though, semi. I don't know which, like, if we're talking gender, I have no idea which colors correlate to what. Yeah, no, it's been a really good day. Stream's been great tonight. Another day. I'm actually really happy with how the hair's coming along. Oh, that's exciting. Don't want shuffle. I want to just listen in order to la music. Ah, that's good. It's important to know what you like. Be comfortable with your sexuality. Love who you love, exactly. That's what's important. Be true to yourself and love. And yesterday I also ordered some stuff to help me with basing and I'm excited. Ooh, nice. What basing stuff did you get? Woo! We good. dancing in a crowded room. Toast a beer, I'm not with you. Don't tell me I'm a world surprise. Little teardrop fell from your eyes. Don't wonder why I want to run away. Don't you cry when I run away. Like you didn't care. I don't know why I wanna run away. Ooh, you made you cry when I run away. I really like the blue hair. This is some anime protagonist level hair. I'm okay. Up here's dry. Oh, think. Oh, it's dry. It better be. Oh, that's really cool, Mike. How did you make them? I just can't seem to be able to make my own very great, so getting a professional one should help me out nice, especially when we're using some cork for basing. What do you mean? Oh, basing paste. I see. It is, especially with that pastel blue. Oh yeah, we'll just wait till we get the pink and then the white highlights. I opted just to paint everything blue, just to get that out of the way. But we're out of time for tonight. We're just about to hit 3 hours and it's after 10, so I do need to start wrapping up soon. For another day. But look at that, where we sculpted in the new hair. Looks great. Your tears for another day. Ooh. Nice. Yeah, you have. Whoop. Yeah, only that you turn it's half past time. Nice. I love Nori. Do it. Okay, now we gotta paint under in here really quick. Best your sudden doubt you when you touch me, not real me. Up and the real me, that's a real me, yeah. Don't you when it's 5:30. You man. Okay. Got a Terminator skull that needs transparent eyes to shine red LEDs behind. Nice. That'll be fun. I've always wanted to kind of trick out a model with some LEDs. I just have to say that I love The Weeknd. Like, just such good music. I'll see you something burning inside. You try to. Only found to write your flame, but I always trying to what you say. I'm blind in your eyes. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Tried to find you. Times. You in your eyes. I say there's something burning inside. In your eyes. Perfect. For this model, or? Because if that's the case, thank you. That is quite the compliment. Yeah, no, the artist, but you're talking about this model or a different model? The artist for which model? I'm blind in your eyes. I appreciate that, thank you. I hope so. I don't know who sculpted it. Are the artist credentials on this? No, they're not. They're probably on the box. I'd hope so. That'd be really cool. That'd be honestly quite the compliment to have the original artist of the sculpt telling me that they like the way I've painted it. Woo! Now we gotta go back through and get the highlights done, which is gonna be really hard to do. But I know we can do it. Yeah, but that'd be really cool if they did see it. It's all good. I speak German better than I write German, but I'm definitely rusty. Okay. Ah, I really want to keep going. Dancing in a crowded room. It's so happy when I'm down with you. I want to keep painting. No, I know, but I do need to be done soon because otherwise then I go to bed even later. Oh. We paint again on Thursday. Thursday's stream might start a little bit late, just a smidge. Just a smidge if I run over with what I'm doing before. So just a smidge. Coffee up. Oh no. Oh man, I want to at least sleep. Ooh, that sounds cool. I have no idea what Lord Korak is though. It does. Ooh, tears start to turn to rain. Ooh. Ooh. Can you drop a link? tears for another day. Ooh. Another day. Ooh. It's a good name. Oh, that's so cool. That's fun. Is that Sylvaneth? Or what army is that? Empty and nobody around to judge me. Since it clearly when you're gone on and I say, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. And I trust. This actually is working. This is a hell of a cyberpunk vibe. Oh, city's cold and empty. Oh, wow. Hello, voice. Don't just chillin' when you're gone on and I say, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. Seraphon. Okay, cool. That's so cool. Just. And ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. Oh, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. Alright, it's not as bright, but that's okay, we're getting there. Dancing in a crowded room. Look so damn to you. Interesting. Well, I mean, I think that's more or less the entire question. Is did all life on Earth originate on Earth? I don't know the answer to that. That's why finding life, even a simple just amoeba, a prokaryote or a eukaryote cell, would change everything about what we knew. Because then the question of did life on Earth originate on Earth, this is very serious, is a question that we can start to learn more about. Tears for another. The banana lies different in right. Deserve something better. Save your tears for another day. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, it's entirely possible. I think it's generally referred to as primordial soup. If we find primordial soup on another planet, changes a lot of our understanding about life. You didn't touch me, real me, and it's a real me. I think I see what I'm doing wrong. Interesting idea. I have no idea how well that pans out with the evidence we have, but it's entirely possible. Half past five, I don't know that you wouldn't do your side, I don't know that you when you touch. Only call you when it's half past five. Never know you mine. Okay, there we go. There we are. I figured out what I was doing wrong. When it's half bound. Interesting, I didn't know that. Me when I'm real me and I'm knocked up in the real me and just I'd be interested to see if other planets have religion, but that's not really a discussion I want to get into right now. In your eyes, I see something burning inside you. Oh, inside you. In your eyes. And you've no one else but tiny dabs. And I'll get you enough. Oh, inside you, in your eyes, something that sometimes someone just try to. Know something on your face, you know it's something such to say. No, don't another way. I'm blind in your eyes. Nothing different to define you or define you. I'm blind in your eyes. I want to find you. Alrighty, I think we're gonna call that here today. We'll do some touch-ups next time we stream, which will be Thursday. So I'm very excited about that. All in all, this is coming along really, really good. The goal is to have this done around Saturday, because Saturday is the let's look at my calendar. Oh. Let's see. The 29th is the last day that we stream. So we still have technically next Tuesday. So we still have one more week to get this model done. So let's talk logistics really quick. We have a lot to still paint on this model. So that's the plan, is we're hoping, my goal is to power this out by Saturday. Well, have it done on Saturday, so we'll probably actually stream twice on Saturday. Because I'm going to my parents' place on Saturday for dinner. So there's a chance that what we'll do is we'll stream earlier in the day, and then I'll stream when I get back. But it looks really good. And we'll come back in and we'll paint that brighter. I was going to say let's put this in the freezer, but I don't want to. I want it to start to dry. So that way we can get these brighter colors, and then we can blend back, and I think that'll look better. Because we don't have as bright colors. And we have really bright colors really here. And that was because I used a little too much red. So we'll be able to get those really vibrant pinks pulled out, which I'm really excited about. And then we'll do that white highlighting on top. Just pin highlighting is going to be easiest because it's hair. But once we get all those colors out and everything's really flowing and feeling blended and good, then the hair will be done. We'd still have to come in and highlight the wood. Then we got to go in and do the skin tone. Inside of the cape will probably be something else. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Ugh. But I think it'll be good. All right, that's looking really good. So that's the hope. We'll see how that goes. I do emphasize when I'm with you. Little love it, but I love it. Down in that place when I'm with you.
but I love it. But I love it. I appreciate it, semi-serious nerd. So, for those of you who are new here, we stream Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, going until we're done. So we stream for 3.5 hours tonight, which is fantastic. Now that I'm getting more familiar with my job, I'm working out what does my schedule like after work look like for stream. When I'm with you, but I love it. But I love it. Yeah, that's really good. I'm so happy with this model. All right, let's see who's on to raid. Don't go anywhere. We are gonna raid. Pass you along to someone excellent. I love it, but I love it. I don't need my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. All right, we're gonna raid Berserker Works. Alrighty, everybody. Thank you all so much for a spectacular stream tonight. I really appreciate it. I had an absolute blast. I appreciate. We still got a ton of painting done for 3.5 hours. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. We had to run some soup over to my sister right at the beginning of stream, but all in all, this has been great. It's been absolutely great. Absolutely love it. Yes, good night, everybody. As always, stay steeped. Thank you all so much again for just an awesome stream. I really appreciate it. Good night, my Abel-chan cosplay. Have a wonderful night. So, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's when we stream. And I hope I will see you all then. Thank you all so much, again, for a wonderful stream. I'm so happy with how this model is turning out. It's beautiful. It's just a blast. Oh, thank you, Mabel-chan Cosplay. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the kettle. We are just now raiding out, but I appreciate it. Take care, everyone. Let's raid. Alrighty, YouTube. Have a wunderbar night.